Our next guest, actress Gayle King, is quickly becoming a household name across America. She starred in the Netflix trilogy, The Kissing Booth, which was a hit. She was nominated for an Emmy and a Golden Globe for a portrayal of Gypsy Rose Blanchard in the crime series, The Act. In 2020, check this out, King was named on the Forbes 30 Under 30 list at just 20 years old. Now she plays Tessa in the film The In-Between for our streaming service Paramount Plus. It's a supernatural love story about a high school girl who falls in love with a teenage boy named Skylar. After he dies in an accident, Tessa believes he's trying to reconnect with her from the afterworld. In this clip, Tessa tells her stepmom about her feelings for Skylar.
You love Skylar, don't you?
I think I'm screwing it up.
Yeah. If it's not opening old wounds, it's probably not true love.
I just don't know what to do. How do I get Skylar to understand that I love him?
You start by saying it.
Joining us right now is Gayle King, rocking that green. Girl, I see you.
Thank you. And you said such nice things in my intro. Thank you so much.
And Joey, they're all true.
Yeah, they're all true. You deserve it. I want to get to the character, though. You describe your character, Tessa, as someone who's hardened with trauma. What drew you to this script, to this character?
What really drew me to this script and this character is, yes, I think Tessa's hardened by family trauma, and it's just like she's very closed off when we meet her to the idea of finding love or in a relationship or familial. Like, you know, she doesn't have a great relationship with her family. But what really drew me to this story was how it was so beautifully written, touching on such dark subject matter, but somehow it just makes you feel all like gushy inside, and also has like a really beautiful message within it as well.
I know it's a very sweet story because I was only going to watch 10 minutes just to get a sense of it, and then I was totally sucked in, Joey. But you know, the other thing I like are the dual timelines because it goes back and forth between the two characters. And it's a movie, most people are very uncomfortable even talking about death, much less doing a movie about it. But you said making this movie helped you overcome your fear of death. What did you mean by that?
I feel like it kind of just helps view death in like a different light. Like, death is very scary. It's hard to talk about. It's also especially hard to talk about with younger people.
Yes.
And I feel like this movie, geared towards younger audiences, I feel, for me anyway, it just kind of helped me put a different perspective on death, and that it doesn't always have to be a horrible, like, scary thing. You can rework the way you feel about it to like live a little bit more peacefully with it.
And yet it was a lot of fun making this. You had a post on Instagram actually about how it's hard to describe how much fun it was. Could you try for us?
It was like,
Because you're shooting in COVID.
yeah. Well, weirdly, for being a movie that was shot in COVID and it's like so sad, we had so much fun. Me and the lead of the movie, co-lead of the movie, Kyle Allen. We became such great friends, and we just had so much fun filming together. We were just had the best time. Celeste O'Connor, who played my best friend, was also so great. So it was great. It was really, really wonderful. And we would be like joking around, and then like the next minute be like, oh no, you're dying. But
Joey, I love that as you sit here with us at 22, number one, guys, check out our shoes.
Oh, yeah.
oh my
You
God.
sit here at the age of 22, you have your own production company, you were a producer in the movie. How did you decide at this stage in your life you wanted your own production company? Listen, you've been around for a while. You've had a very long acting career.
And not wait. Sometimes they say in Hollywood, you got to earn your stripes.
Right.
But you're like, you know what? My time is now.
Right.
I mean, I've been doing this for a really long time.
Ramon and Beezus, yeah.
It's pretty crazy to say I've been doing this for 18 years, which the math checks out. Like, I know it sounds crazy. But I feel like I've grown up in this industry. I love this industry. I want to learn everything I possibly can about it. So getting into this role of producing, I feel like allows me to really see what goes into building a project from the ground up. And it's a lot more complicated and a lot crazier than I could have really ever imagined. But I have such a love for how it's made and how much work goes into it. It makes you even more proud when you do a project to know all that went into it.
And your production company is called All the King's Horses.
Yes.
Not all the King's men.
So not all the King's, not all the King's horses.
Nope.
So what type of projects are you galloping towards in the future?
Oh dear, that was quite the pun.
That's what I do. That's what they hired me for. That's all I do.
He's very good at that.
I live for a good pun. Well, The In-Between was one of my first projects to develop, but honestly, the way I describe what I'm looking for, I don't have like a specific desire or genre that I'm like really going after. I don't have like a map out of my career and how I want it to go.
Yeah.
I really feel what I read, if it makes me happy, if it's something that I feel connected to and I want to do it, whether it seems like the right next move or like whatever, it doesn't matter to me. If I like it, I want to do it. And that's what I love about being able to produce. It's like now I get to have opinions on how to make a film even more my own.
And you express those opinions.
And I feel like really comfortable now expressing those opinions.
For sure.
And Joey King is your name on your birth certificate. Tony and I both said, "No,
We
what's
love
your
it,
real
yeah.
name?"
I know
Joey
both of you
King.
were like, is it Josephine? I was like, no, it's just Joey.
Well, I didn't want to
We
make any
like it.
assumptions. I'm a big fan of unisex names. I love it.
You might not have a map out of what projects you want to do in the
like it.
future, but you're laying down the blueprint for a lot of young men and women
Yes.
in this industry. So congratulations.
Thank you. That's very kind
No
to
doubt.
say.
Joey King, thank you so much. The In-Between is available to stream this Friday, February 11th, exclusively on our streaming service, Paramount Plus.